What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Willie J here, and I got Miss Cam here with me. And this is a special edition of the Healed and Heard show. And today we actually going to do a deep dive into just learning more about me, the man in front of the camera. Anything that y'all want to know, we're going to talk about it. And if we don't talk about it in this one, we're going to bring her back and she's going to go ahead and, ask your questions and I'm going to answer them. Now, if you get too personal, you keep them damn questions to yourself now. It's healed and heard, and I'm healed enough to know you ain't going to hear all my business. Did you hear that? But no, we just want to let y'all know, welcome, and welcome, baby. So Cam, go ahead. I'm here. I'm open book. I got my knees and legs crossed.
You ready?
I'm ready. I'm
and
ready.
No, I got y'all. So if y'all want to get personal, just let me know. Because I don't mind.
She don't mind. She don't mind when it's somebody else that's got to be personal.
Let's not go down.
Don't go down that. We gonna jump up back on top of earth. Yes. But go ahead. I'm here.
We might have to do this again in reverse. So I'm not opposed.
Oh, yeah. So watch it.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for, huh?
Yes, because I might have to come back with them.
Yeah. But so to get started today, I've watched a few of your shows. Well, I watched all of your shows.
Okay.
And they're good.
Yes.
I love the direction of everything. And so far, what I've learned about you is that you are a singer. You are a photographer.
Yes.
You are a father.
Yes, my babies.
You are a previous show, kind of maybe podcast you had in the past where you talked about some fun things that we can get into later.
Yeah.
So you are a man of many dimensions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
But where we gonna start today is on the last show that you did, and you talked about addictions.
Yes.
And you had the nice guy on there. What was his name? Mayday.
Yes, Mayday.
You had Mayday on the show, and Mayday was talking about his addiction to alcohol, right? And in the midst of that, you dropped that little punchline.
Yeah.
And you left us hanging.
Yeah.
So we gonna rewind, and we gonna go back to that punchline, and we gonna start there.
So tell me, you remember what punchline? Tell me what punchline you're talking about.
Okay, so the punchline we talking about is that sex addiction.
Yes.
And we gonna sit that out there, but we mostly gonna talk about the punchline where you said life was very transactional.
Yes.
And that when you didn't get your end of the transaction, that you didn't want no parts of the situation. You was out.
Yeah, correct.
You was like, peace out.
Deuces.
Okay.
So I can deep dive in that. So everybody has their vices, right? Everybody have their vices. I don't smoke, drink, never tried any drugs or anything. But my drug of choice was sex, right?
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I wanted that woman to throw that thing in a circle. That's my thing, baby. If I'm doing for you, I ain't asking for much. But the problem is I'll say the reason I learned that I had an addiction, for one, is I actually went to counseling.
Really?
Because it was to a point to where if I did for you and I had to ask you for it, I cut you off.
You got angry.
I would get angry, but not angry like yelling and all of that, but just like I got angry. That kind of
anger requires some sort of level of care.
Yeah.
You got angry to the point that you didn't care, but you was good. I don't even need to know nothing else about you.
Yeah.
Because I'm cool.
And I'll tell you what that also stems from. When I was younger, and I'm not saying that this is right, but when I was younger, I had really low self-esteem.
Really?
Yeah, I had really thick, big glasses. I was real skinny, so my nose looked real big and my lips looked real big to me. Now, others may say, you get those DMs, I had a crush on you in high school. And I look back and I'm like, what the hell you saw? Because I'm looking at myself and I'm like, But from that, what happened is I being rejected. And seeing that I'm the youngest of 5 boys, so my mom was a single mother, so I didn't have all the fly clothes. I tried to do my best to, for my clothes myself, I would purchase my clothes. I was very stickler of having crisp clothes, clean shoes, right?
Okay.
So I hid behind what the clean look, but I hid the little boy that was like, why nobody is picking me? Why no one is choosing me? So when I first got my taste of sex, it was transactional.
How old are you?
I was 13.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was it, and when I mean transactional, I mean it was what are you like? I had to give something to get it.
Candy.
No, it was money. See, back then I'm gonna tell you, I was a hustler. I've been a hustler. Look,
Hold up.
I've
So
been yes,
13-year-old you
but it wasn't a.
had to put some money
It
up.
was a
What, $5?
17-year-old girl. She was 17.
Where you met her at?
School. So I'll tell you, I used to skip middle school. So it was Everett and then Rutherford High School right down the street. I used to skip so much that people thought I went to high school and I was in middle school. I mean, I was cool with the principal. You know, people thought I was in the class. Like everybody thought I was there. So it was an older young lady, and yeah, and I would go. So I used to always grind. I never was into video games or anything like that. I wanted that paper. Give me that moolah.
Even at 13.
Even at 13, I needed that money because I saw what that money would do. I saw the men that had the money, that had the fly clothes, that had the fly cars,
Had the women.
had the women. So I couldn't get a car. The only thing I could afford was the clothes. So I had to figure out a way to get to it. So I created a different persona. So middle school, I'm Lil Willie. High school, I'm Willie J.
Oh.
You know, I'm walking down the halls singing and stuff like that, you know, doing woo, you know, baby. I ain't gonna give y'all all of it. You gotta pay for it if you want it. But I used to do that to grab the women's attention. And this
So you was a finesser.
oh yeah, I was finesse 1000. Yes, I was finesse 1000. And it's crazy. She was like she liked men and women.
At 17.
Yeah, I mean, it was banging in, you know. It was yeah.
That's
People told me that she did, but I ain't believe
That's taboo.
it. I mean, but the reason I didn't believe it because they didn't know what I was doing with her. You can't be liking on girls if we doing what we doing behind closed doors, baby. You know, and that was my thing. It was you give me and I'll give to you. I used to ride my bike over there to that thing. You hear me? I'm talking about I had a backpack because I knew by the time I get there, I was going to be sweaty. I needed to hop in that shower. And then when I get out, it is on and popping, baby.
Whoa.
Yes.
Pause. So you 13.
Yeah.
On your bike, paying for this thing to throw it in a circle.
Yeah.
And you taking a shower
at her house.
Where mom and daddy at?
See, what had happened was, you know, a lot of times mama was at work, right? And but back then, you know, we could ride our bikes. You know, wasn't nobody worried about us being kidnapped and stuff.
No, you could go wherever you want. That is very accurate.
That was different. You know, it was
but
different
I don't
back
know
then.
that them people knew you was riding that bike to go get that thing.
Oh, they ain't know that. They ain't know. Look, they ain't
taking where was you getting this money from? You had a paper
I was
route?
working. No, I would go. I would cut grass. I would wash people windows, wash their car, take their trash can to the side of the road. Like I was whatever I could do to get the money.
I was getting the money.
I would get into that money.
Because you needed the clothes and you needed the circle.
I needed the clothes, the circle, and then but money made me feel like I was important.
Really?
Yes. Money made me feel like I was important, and sex made me feel like I was worth something.
Wow.
Because when I got that, the feeling that I felt, it was like nobody else is getting this. So now I'm important enough to get this and everybody else isn't. That was a twisted way of thinking.
I was going to say, hold up.
Because I was paying for it.
But we just said you was paying for it. And that the other people told you that the girl liked girls.
Yes.
So she was giving that same thing to everybody.
So.
And they probably was getting it for free.
But I was 13.
You was 13.
So my mindset was not understanding what was going on. I did, but then I didn't. So it was, and I'll say that's where it came from, the addiction. After that,
It was over.
It was over. If you're not giving to me when I give to you, that was my mindset. In order to get this is what I have to do. Okay, I'm starting to do that. Now, why do I have to wait for it? That was my thought process. I'm not saying that it was right, but being 13, 14, 15, when you see things out there, when you see the men in your neighborhood getting the girls doing things this way, I was taught by seeing what the neighborhood dope dealer, the neighborhood pimp, the neighborhood player, the dude that had the 6 foot, like I realized I'm not tall. I ain't got, I ain't got the cars, but I do got a voice and I do know how to go make money.
Okay.
So that's what started the process of me having that addiction to the point where I wanted it every day, all day. I mean, I could do.
At 13.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
you got to think about it. That was my drug of choice. People that do, if you smoke weed a lot at 13, 14, you become addicted. If you try any type of drug, cocaine, crack, whatever, if you do that, you become addicted. That was my addiction. Yeah.
See, where I'm stuck is that where was the progression? It seemed like you went from not having, trying to discern not
Yeah.
having, working your way through that, having 5 brothers watching the people in your neighborhood. And maybe we should also mention where you're from so we can talk about maybe a little bit of your environment.
Alabama.
Okay.
Alabama, Dothan, Alabama, Delville, Alabama. Then I moved this started in Florida, though. I lived in Panama City, Florida.
Oh, okay.
This is where all that started at.
Yeah, so what was the progression? Like, what was the conversation? How do you, a 13-year-old and a 17-year-old, get together and decide that I like you, you like me, but I don't like you enough to do it for free. But if you slide me a little bit of that work money you got, I'll slide you a little bit of this cookie thing I got.
So it wasn't never a conversation.
Okay.
It was, hey, I buy you this, or, she would say, man, I need to get this. Like she'll say it in front of me. And then my mind is, oh, well, I'm gonna get that. Oh, I'm gonna do that. So she say, I want some shoes, right? I'm gonna call my dad or my mom or somebody to get me some shoes. Me thinking at 13, 14, like, what shoes you want?
Okay.
Knowing that I'm about to ride my bike to go get these shoes and bring them to you so we could be good. So that was the transaction aspect. It wasn't we just had a conversation.
Okay.
But I associated having that
With getting what you wanted.
and that's where it started.
And did you learn that from your brothers? Did you learn that in your home? Did you learn that from any other adults? Like, what was the closest person to you that had transactional relationships that you mimic? Because as kids, we don't do what we see people tell us to do. We do what we see people do. So where did you learn the behavior?
I mean, just in life, period. It's always been that where in order for a man to get a woman, he has to have something.
Okay.
That's just life in general. Aunties and uncles, the uncle that may have lost his job, that lost his woman, right? I had someone, I had an uncle or a cousin or a family friend, back then, everybody your uncle or auntie, right? So I had a uncle, friend, whatever. He was the one that was clean, kept himself up, right? And when he lost his job, things fell to the wayside. And when his woman left, auntie, whatever you want to call her, it's like he never bounced back.
Really?
Never bounced back. Started drinking alcohol, then take care of himself, lost himself. And I was like, I'll never be like that. I'll never allow a woman to control me so much that when she leave, I lose who I am.
See what you just said?
Yeah.
That was the origin of your addiction. So you previously said that it was because you wasn't getting picked. Yeah. You said that it was because you didn't have that thing you needed to feel good about yourself. But really, it was you being passive aggressive early, not wanting to be that version of that man that you saw. So to avoid that, you like, if I keep it transactional, then I'm not feeling nothing, she not feeling nothing. I get what I want, she get what she want, and I don't have to feel anything other than just the good stuff in the good moment, that little however many minutes at 13, maybe 10, 15.
No, hey, don't play me like that now. Look now, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? You know, hey. Ain't right, but you know, I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna let you have that one.
It was just,
No.
I had to because
Yeah.
you was 13.
I was 13, you know,
So,
I was still, I
that's
ain't
no
know what I was
reflection
doing.
of who
Yeah.
you are as a person right
Yeah.
now. But
Yeah.
I would think that the 13-year-old would be
Yeah.
overly excited.
I'll tell you this. So I've always been a listener, right? So my mom, before my oldest brother was murdered, he told my mom, stop having little Willie around you when you going around all these women, right? But I liked it because my aunties, cousin, and all of them, I listened to how women thought. And I was like,
Soaking it up.
Like it showed me that you have good women, and it showed me that you have some conniving, evil women.
Right.
And I'm not saying all. I said you have good women, and you have. And at that point, I started really paying attention to women and how they think. So yeah.
So your environment gave you the ammunition you needed to become that transactional
Yeah.
person, to use it as leverage, to know how to respond, to know how to show up. Because if you was getting on your bike at 13, go and get them shoes, that was dedication.
Oh, it was, yeah. Look, let me tell you something. When you have a vice, you will find a way to get that vice. Yep.
I understand that. So going from 13, how old were you when you realized that you could no longer operate in that energy? You said you went to therapy. How old were you when you like, I can't do this no more?
23.
What happened?
24.
What
I
happened
had my
at that?
first daughter.
Okay.
Yep.
So it was seeing your baby that made you be like, I can't continue to do this, or it was being in love maybe with the mom?
No, it wasn't even that. What it was is that for a split moment, I said, if a guy was like me that if my daughter talked to, I'd try to split his head to the white meat. We don't think about it as men. We don't think about what we do to women. We don't think that that's somebody's daughter, that's somebody's sister, that's somebody's cousin. I didn't think about that because I didn't associate that. It was, hey, I'm having fun living life, and I didn't associate that I'm hurting someone's daughter. So when my oldest daughter was born, I was like, I can't do this, because I still would get like I would when my cutoff game is like a knife out of the stove and some warm butter. When I would cut you off, and it was almost like you never existed.
So you would go ghost before going ghost
Before
was a
Ghost was
thing.
Ghost.
Yeah.
But you know what? Also, too, I would tell you, oh, since you don't want to do it, okay, well, we don't need to talk then.
And how long would it take for you to do that? You gonna go on one day, you gonna finesse 2 days, or you don't even do that? You cut straight to the chase.
Well, it depends on the level of my attraction to you.
Okay.
So some women you just knew, like I could feel that vibe. I know you're gonna let me get that thing on the first night, right? And I'm with you on that. If you want to give it, I'll receive it, right? I don't mind being a receiver, right? Because I'm always a giver.
Okay.
So but men, we know the levels of what type of woman it is. We know when you're a woman, like, you're gonna have to put some work in. We know some, you be like, hey, take out the dinner and you get her something to drink,
And that's it.
that she ready, right? And women always will say, why you don't drink? Because I need to be in my right mind. Because I need to make sure you get home safely.
Okay.
And we gonna be okay.
So you was a transactional person,
Yeah.
bit of a lust demon, but also very a gentleman.
Very much so.
So
Yes.
that's different, because most
Yes.
dudes that are transactional
They
don't
just
have
don't
no
care.
gentleman in them.
Yeah, no, I want you to be okay. I want you to have a good time.
So you
I
come
wanted
back.
you to. There you go. See, the transaction is at the beginning, but then when you see what you get, I ain't gotta be doing the transactions no more. But that's how it mostly started. But most men don't tell you that that's how it is. Even dating to this, like now, dating is so much of transactions. I gotta take you out. We can't go on coffee dates. You know, you hear that all the time, women. You can't go on no coffee dates. Take me. You gotta figure. You gotta plan a date and all of this. I want reservations. And it's like, but I'm just trying to figure out if we even gonna like each other.
Okay, so let's pause on
Go
that.
ahead. We can
Because
pause.
as a female, I'm going to say that the
Come
women
on.
who don't want to go on coffee dates that a man planned are kind of those toxic women you're talking about. Because if you're not looking for anything, if you're genuinely trying to get to know somebody, then where he chooses to take you on the date he planned shouldn't matter.
Now I want you to know they gonna come for you as a pick me.
Y'all could come for me.
I'm
And
just-
this
I'm
is
just-
not about being a pick me. This is about
Yeah.
understanding
The truth.
that
Real life.
I might not like you either.
Yeah.
And I might not want to sit across from you because your expectations after you spend your money is that you're going to get something from me. And if I'm not giving you anything, then the coffee date works.
You
Then
know what?
the picnic works. You know why? Because I can hear you. I can talk to you. I can question you. I can get to know you. I can feel all of your energy. There's no distractions. So
That's
for
it.
all the women who don't like distractions, y'all hit me with some hearts in the comments.
Hit her with them hearts. Hit her with them hearts. Cause I tell you, we need it. We need it out there. But no, I appreciate you for saying that because we say that all the time. At some point we don't want to keep having it where we gotta dating can come expensive, especially here in Atlanta.
Oh,
A
yeah.
regular date $160 to $300, especially if she on that Don Julio or whatever it is. Is it cognac? Or, I don't know nothing about no damn alcohol, but I'm just saying
This lemon drops.
the lemon drops.
margaritas.
Is that the one with the little tall?
Yep.
What with the?
In a cute glass.
You know what I'm saying?
With the
It's
sugar
$15 for the sugar rim.
It is.
What? But
and
I
if
can
she
go.
want to add the Don Julio to the lemon drop and do a tequila lemon drop, then you just up the ante just a little
See,
bit.
you just let me know. You know about that.
I do.
You know about the devil's punch, huh?
I do.
You know, cause once you get on that, you do some devilish things.
I don't know about that.
I ain't saying you. I'm just
I don't
saying
know
women
about
in
them devilish
general.
things.
Yes,
but,
that's what a circle begins.
there is some girls that get real loose.
Yeah, with that goose.
With that punch.
Loose with the goose.
With the goose.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yes.
So, let's circle back.
Go ahead.
Because you mentioned you becoming a dad shifted your perspective. I had that question on my card, and you must have just.
That's what it was, you know.
You sorted that out.
Yes.
But the one part you didn't sort out that I had with that is, let's say your daughter did find a you. Toxic you, not this version of you. Young you.
Yeah.
What's your advice for her when you realize that she's on the other end of one of those transactions that you talked about?
Well, so how I am with my daughters, and I'll tell you, I'm very cutthroat. And I'm gonna do a show with my daughters, and we're gonna talk about it. You know, so I don't hide things from them. The one thing I let them know is that you can tell when a man is good when he's willing to apologize and make a change when he do something wrong. So I've shown them that. Like, so I let them know, talk to me, tell me how you feel about things. And if daddy is wrong, you can ask him, hey, what's the first thing daddy'll do when you tell him he did wrong? I'll apologize. Baby, I'm sorry. You know, I didn't think, you know, whatever, blase, blase. My next question is, what is it that you feel that I should do next time so that you don't feel that way? Right? So I have been so open with them. I'm not saying that they would never find a dude like that, but if they do,
We gonna say they're not gonna never.
they up on the game though.
Okay.
They up on that game. I don't want to put all of it out there what I be talking to them about, but y'all know, cause y'all was nasty little somethings when y'all was younger, so you know the little games. And you ain't look, boy. Let me tell you, you ain't gonna be getting my daughter like that. You tell me, I got her up on it. I ain't finna let nobody get my. You know what? Lord Jesus help me, cause you saw I started getting up there.
Yeah, it took you.
It took me back.
You was ready to go.
I was ready to go because I know how bad I
used to be.
But the thing is I wasn't bad in the aspect of playing games. I let you know I wasn't shit.
So, in letting people know you're not shit, is there at least one woman in that game, in that transaction, that you know for certain might have didn't deserve that energy, even though you gave her?
Yes. It's a couple women that, you know, so let me say it like this. although I had that mindset, I still treated women good. I wasn't a butthole until you told me no. I'm just gonna be honest. Now, when you told me no, then now we are at a pivotal moment where you say no to me. Now I'm no to you too. So we just knows all together, right? But the thing is that I never treated them bad. It's just I didn't give them everything that they needed.
So you don't have to treat somebody bad to be emotionally unavailable.
Oh, yes, I was emotionally unavailable. That's yes.
So the hurt comes from them providing you these transactional things that you like in the circle and all of these things. You do realize that women, I don't care how many stories they tell and how many, oh, I'm good, I don't mind, I could get it how he get it. You do realize that they're all getting it for a reason, that there's always motivation there, that at the end of that get it is I want to be first in your life, I want to be valuable in your life. No woman, unless minus the 10%, so for y'all that's the 10%, we don't even need your comments, we good, we know we know. But for everybody else, the truth of the matter is women do these things for a reason.
Yes.
They only want to throw the circle because at the end of it, they want to be the only one standing in the circle with you.
Yeah.
So they're not just circling for no reason.
Yes, I get it. So I learned that going to counseling. So I learned that even the 10%, if you don't have a mental disability where like you like a narcissist or a psychopath, any woman that doesn't have those disabilities, every woman has those emotions. And the women that say, hey, I don't catch feelings no more, it's not natural.
They're lying.
It may be,
Or they broken.
Or they, there you go.
Or they super broken.
They broken,
and somebody
and
broke all those parts of them, and now they're reacting how you was reacting when you saw that man break down.
But let me say this to you. This is the difference between men and women. We don't got to be broken to get that thing and not ever catch a feeling. You can give it to us. It can be the best poo nanny, putty tang, cootie cat, coochie, whatever you want to call it. Hot box. You can have the trifecta. You can have the wet, warm, and tight. And I tell you, and we can have it 100 times and won't catch no feelings.
Because I think y'all know. I think you go into it knowing you're not going to catch
feelings. No, that's just how we are built. We don't, unless we consciously have that, men won't catch feelings.
So we'll bring the feelings. The ladies want to know. Because you just said it, so now you didn't
I'm gonna tell you what brings the feelings. First, we have to want that. Because if we don't look at you that way, it's never gonna happen. Never. That's why if you see the side women that be the side women or the women that
never get nowhere.
Never get nowhere with the man, right? Let's talk about that. Never get nowhere with the man that he it may have been broken, or he's emotionally unavailable. Because I'll tell you this, when a man gets hurt for real, you would never hurt him like that. So it's been a lot of men out here that was good men that was broken at an early age, and now because now they are ruined. And I'm telling you, and so it's that man, don't talk to him. He gonna mess your life up. You hear me? But for the aspect of helping you understand it, for a man, it's something when let me make the statement. The statement when they say a man knows when you his wife, right? We do. We know when we feel something. And
you'll mess it up anyway.
Some of us, yes. But no, let me say let me tell you why. From my understanding, what I've read, what I've seen, what I've experienced, what I've done, we're not prepared for that good woman. Okay. Because we've been taught from a kid, give, do for the woman, do for the woman, do for the woman. But then when we get that good woman, and now she and it is, don't show your emotions, don't cry, and now we get with you, now you want us to be soft. I don't know how to be soft. I've been hard the whole time. I have never had to talk about my emotions because I've been told from a little kid. No,
your mom never asked y'all. It's 5 of y'all. She never asked one of y'all.
But it's not even that. It's your mom and somebody you're attracted to or dating is completely different.
True, but partially not.
I'm saying in
I'm a
the
boy's
aspect of
mom.
opening up.
Now, I'm a boy's mom.
Mm-hmm. Go
And
ahead.
after you've dated some men, if you're not toxic, then you give your son the emotional balance he needs, because you don't want to be on the other end of that phone call of that woman that says you done created a monster, who is emotionally unavailable, unreasonable, don't see himself, and just chasing skirts, right?
So I want you to think about this. How many women you think like you?
Not that many. That's why we're here.
Right. So that's
that
what I'm
we can
saying.
open that door to
yes.
stop saying we are responsible to women for the toxic men that we raised.
Ooh.
Because if you don't want a toxic man, then don't raise one.
Mm.
Don't teach your son to do things that you don't want back in return. Because my son, I watch him with his girlfriend, and it warms my heart to see how loving he is, how understanding he is, how willing to be open, to listen, to hear the conversation. Because my thought to him is, if you don't want a man to do it to me, then don't do it to her. And it's very simple in relationships. Like, we should treat people how we want to be treated. It's not a man thing. It's not a woman thing. It's a treat the person that you're with how you want someone to treat you. So all of the women, I see the comments about, oh, because I would never, and my son bet not, and he bet not do this, and he could never buy, like, just the prom conversation, because prom just happened.
Yeah.
The women didn't want the little boys to do nothing. They just wanted them to show up. It's like, but would you just want a man to show up for you? Would you want the man to not have the flowers for you, to not have a plan for you? And not saying these kids had to go over the top, because again, that's another toxic trait. The women raising their daughters to think that the boy has to show up and be this Superman version of himself. That's toxic as well. So we're not talking about none of that. We're talking about just straight balance. Like, be even keel. Allow the emotions to happen. Don't teach your son to treat nobody's daughter how you don't want to be treated by somebody's son. And don't raise your daughters to be the version of you that the man you sleep with every night wouldn't want.
Amen. Hallelujah. It's coming in a Hyundai, leaving in a Bubba Chevy. Girl, when I tell you, you drove that thing on down that road and you let them know you was in the direction that they needed to follow. Did you hear that? You see how I brought that with?
I see that.
And
I just wanted to say it because I'm so tired of being on the other end of toxic behavior from men, because they group you in with the toxic women. They can't see you clearly. They can't hear you. They think because you dress well and you look nice, or you have something going on, that you up to something. And really, you ain't up to nothing. You just here.
But I want to tell you this, right? So in that aspect, I want to tell you something about that. So when men, such as yourself, you're a beautiful woman, you take care of yourself, you dress, you got swag and all, right? Most women that are not most, we're gonna rewind that, because when you say most, now
they gonna be fussing.
They gonna be fussing. Ain't most of us out here.
They gonna tussle with us.
Gonna tussle with us. A lot of women that are on that level, that keep themselves up, that look good, dress, about their business and all, right? Most of those women do not want to deal with the guy where they have to build with him. They want him already built. So we look at women like you, and the men that could be of some resource of like love, understanding, being a partner, a lot of times won't talk to women like you. And the reason why is because we like, man, I may not got the bread. I can't help her maintain her lifestyle. And those things is going to stop us from even saying something to a woman like you, because it's like, I ain't got time. That's going to be too much stress. Now it's
stress.
Let me tell you why. I'm saying in our mind, because it's like, it's stress, because now I got to find a way to give to her the way that she's already living. Right?
Okay.
But it's not necessarily always stress. Most men, we have to also understand that if it's a woman that's like that, that's willing to give you a chance, now you got to be willing to step your game up. What it is, we get comfortable in how we are, and we don't want to change that. So then now you come in and baby, look, I know you here, but I see you could be here. Now, when you tell me what you can see in me, now I got to try to find a way to get there. And I may not even want to be there. And that's where a lot of women that say, hey, I don't build with this man, and then I wasted my time because he ain't doing nothing with himself. You saw the potential in him. He didn't see it. And even if he see it, some of these fools out here just lazy. Right. So I experienced that. I dated a woman before that saw more in me than I saw in myself. And I messed it up because I was blind to her vision of my life. And not saying that her vision was right, but now that I go back and recall it, the things that she was saying to me, I'm doing right now, but I fought her back then.
So guess what? We gonna rewind back to
Go ahead.
podcast 1 or 2, where you was like, yeah, breathe life into your man.
Yeah.
Talk him up. Do all these things. Pour into him.
Pour into him.
So the woman poured into you.
She did.
And the man ran.
But you know what?
Why?
Because I had a hole at the bottom of my damn cup. So no matter how much she poured into me,
it kept going through.
It kept going through. It wasn't until I healed myself to understand how to receive, hold on to what women would say or somebody would say that helped me build myself.
Okay.
And that's what goes back to me going to counseling. It was only when I went to counseling that I started understanding.
And you went to counseling at 24.
23. Now I'm thinking about it. Before, it was when I found out I had a daughter on the way, I knew that at that moment I needed to make a change about myself.
And was counseling your first choice, or did you get advice about going
Church
to
was my first choice.
Okay.
But we're going to leave that one alone because you got some saints watching.
Okay.
And sometimes church is not always the answer. Sometimes you need somebody to tell you to get your shit together. And say, get your shit together. And not say, well, you know, if you, no, tell me, you up, excuse my language.
Right.
You treating people wrong. And you need to make a change. And that's what was said to me. I told her, I say, listen, don't talk to me like I'm a psych patient. I need you to talk to me like I'm about to mess up my life and I'm about to go to prison if I don't change. That's what I said to her. So she told me, she was like, you need to get help with this sex thing. You need to figure it out immediately. Because I'm like, man, why is it a problem? You know, I'm making sure that they good. They get theirs before I get mine. So why are you tripping about me asking to get yours?
Because that energy, you need that energy to thrive. So if you're constantly worrying about getting your next fix, then you're not thriving.
Correct. That goes back to the addiction, right? But I'll tell you this, though. When I got my power back and the coochie did not control me, Lord, that's when it started falling out the heavens. I was delivered. Do you hear me? That's when, I promise you, when that happened, it's when a man don't chase a woman. Oh, that's when they coming out the woodworks, out your pocket. That's what a big head, how you doing? That's where they come from. Oh, when I tried to holler at you, you didn't want to pay no attention to me. Now that you see me out here just doing me and I ain't paying no attention to you, now
it's the clean energy you wearing.
Listen, that's what it was, I tell you. And I keep it to this day, you know, and stay away from me, you demons. Because I'm not falling back into my old ways.
I think the old people call that Jezebel energy.
Jezebel. They be Jezebelling. And
I just want to say, men can be Jezebels too. So let's not make this a male-female thing. So don't come for me in the comments.
I got you. Some of you men out there some hoes. I already know. Because, you know, hey, I know from seeing other people be hoes. I know that. That's what I know.
That's what you know.
Some of y'all some hoes out here. And some of y'all need to get some help. And that's why I'm talking about it. Because I got the help. Let me tell you. It be nights I wake. It's some men, I promise you, some men, and I'm going to leave it at this, we can move on. But I know every man damn near can say they was dog tired. And they got that call.
And jumped
they
up.
In the mirror, throwing water on their face, shaking their head. Come on, man. Wake up, man. Wake up. Woo, taking a cold shower.
Is that serious?
It was that serious. I'm telling you, I promise you, I know probably 95 to, I say 100% of men that has gotten that call and they was about to fall asleep. They got to be to work at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Don't care nothing about it.
Don't care nothing about that. They going to go to work tired, drinking coffee, Red Bulls, and
So
5-hour
basically, you
energy.
saying for that thing, y'all choose
For
violence.
that thing, listen, we would choose to attempt the murder on ourselves. Do you hear me? Because we know we don't need to be out there driving. Falling asleep, got the music up, the windows down, we driving 80 miles per hour to try to get there faster so the wind could blow in our face. We don't know who, Lord, holding on to y'all know what I'm talking about, holding on to the steering wheel with your elbows touching the steering wheel because you trying not to fall asleep. You looking to the side and stuff like that, flashing your highlights up. Come on, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Man, I'm telling you, we be out there.
That thing dangerous.
That thing dangerous. Do you hear me? And that's why I
don't
say
want nothing to have me out here
listen,
head first. Ready
that's
to
why
kill
men,
myself.
when we get older, that's why we say, when we see and that man he acting crazy, we always say, oh, we don't want none of that. We don't want none of that. We don't been through it enough to know that type of, you got that type where you create stalkers. I don't need you in my life. I ain't trying to be your second or third or fourth or fifth stalker. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself.
You like, I don't want to find somebody else.
Find somebody else to do it. That's what it is.
I hear that.
So yeah, that's I'm glad that you brought that out of me, because I just needed to know. If you about to go through that tonight, fellas, get you some rest. Go to sleep. It ain't worth it. You be driving over here, you be done got in an accident to get the coochie. Now you paralyzed from the waist down, and now you can't even get it no more.
It's over.
It's over. It ain't worth it. Get some help.
So with that part being said, what's your, for all the men out there, and maybe women, you know, I don't know if women, I know that women struggle with addiction as well, sex addiction, since that's the topic of today.
Yeah.
What's your advice? What's your one piece of advice for the person who's still in it and maybe not ready for therapy yet? What's that step one?
The first step is cliche, is knowing that you have a problem. Like, if you get angry that you're not getting it, I'm not talking about the ones you in a relationship, y'all going through problems, she ain't getting it to you. Now, that is a problem, but she
using it as a tool.
Using it as a tool for control. But I'm saying, if you're not in a relationship, you're not in a marriage, and you so focused on getting it that you forget about all of your morals. Just think about it. For a man, just think about it. Would you want somebody to treat your daughter like that? That's the one thing you have to think about. Because if you're not ready for counseling, you got to think about what damage you are causing, not only to her but to yourself physically. Do you know you could have so much sex that your thing stop working?
Ooh.
Do you know that?
Ooh, that's hard.
Listen, they don't look.
Oh Lord.
Knocking on not heaven's door, because I ain't ready to go yet, Lord. I got some more work to do. But it's serious. You can have so much sex that you no longer can work. And that let me tell you.
And what can you do with that? Because the sweet lady with the sweet tea in the circle, she need that thing to work.
Listen.
So you can't roll up to her house with nothing.
I told my boo thing, I said, listen, I said, I get older. I said, when daddy stop working, because he gonna stop working, because I ain't human. I mean, I ain't superhuman. I'm your human. It's gonna stop working. And when it do, baby, just know I will do what I need to do to please you. If you still working.
You know, words is a powerful tool, and I want you to retract that statement you just said.
Eventually, as I get older, that thing gonna stop working when you get older.
I want you to manifest a lifetime full of, it might not work as good as it's supposed
there you
to.
go. There you go.
It might have a few miles on that thing.
It's gonna
it might move in slow motion, but may that never find you.
But it might be, I don't know about it.
Because I don't want that lady when she's 70, 80 years old outside trying to chase that thing down with somebody else while she make your food at the house. And she
baby, make my food, take your ass on. I ain't got time. Let me watch my game and sit down. You gonna stress him out. Long as you got my food cooked and you could come back home by 9 o'clock.
We good.
We good. Shameless plug as we talk about making that thing work. Listen to me when I say this. This episode is brought to you by Vitablends. I don't say something to you. Get the 360, baby. Listen, when you feel like the energy is gone, if your manhood ain't standing up like it need to, you're tired, ain't getting no rest, Vitablends 360 is for you. If I keep telling you don't take it, and then you hit me up in the DM and tell me you need some help, I ain't gonna even respond. I told you, Vitals, baby, get the Vitablend 360 all day, every day. Everybody always say, words are powerful. All right, don't say that before it happened. But then when I say I'm gonna make $100 million by next month, and then people look at you like you're crazy. Why is that?
Because everybody don't have that level of delusion that you need to be successful.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And think about it. You really do have to be slightly delusional to believe in this impossible thing that you never did before in order for it to work. Now, we're not always perfect in that, but that's why there are people who are entrepreneurs and there are people who will never work for themselves in a lifetime because they don't have it in them to chase that delusion. Because really, that's what it is. You're chasing this unknown thing. And most people don't have it in them. The tenacity that is required for you to get to the next level, working for yourself and not being a part of somebody else's journey, not believing in somebody else's story, and not a part of somebody else's dream, right? Because ultimately, when you work for someone, that's their dream you're participating in. A lot of people don't have it in them to participate in their own dream. So with that being said, how they gonna give you what you need for you to participate in yours?
Okay.
They can't motivate you and give you what you need
Let
when
me
you
say
say that
this.
thing.
When I hear what you said, all I hear is this is what's playing in my head, right? Because I hear you and I agree 100%. You gotta be a fool for you. That's what I hear. You gotta
Yeah,
be a
you
fool
absolutely
for
do.
you. You know what? I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. I'll be giving these gems. You gotta be a fool for you. I'm gonna walk around with that on my shirt. People gonna ask, and I'm gonna bring up what you said.
As you should.
Yeah, because it's right. Is like even me being behind the camera, being in front of the camera, starting a podcast with my boy T. Shameless plug. Let me tell y'all something. When it comes to taking them damn pictures, y'all seen my 40th pictures. I was I was born sexy, but he made me look amazing. If you need some pictures, if you need some video content, anything that you need for your personal life or your business, T will take care of you. Both of us, we both on that. I just want to let y'all know, T, bro, I appreciate you, boy, because you're fine. You ain't fire, you're fine with that camera. Shameless plug. Back to the episode at hand. But yes, as I was stating to you, I agree with what you're saying, and I appreciate you for saying that because I remember I saw a study that says that CEOs are one step away from being a psychopath.
Yeah.
They don't, you running a Fortune 500 company or any of that. You can't run it with emotions. You have to be logic. You have to go by principles for the business. So it's like, dang, in order for you to be successful, you got to have a little crazy in you.
You do.
Yeah.
It's required.
Yeah.
It's required because to be an entrepreneur, it requires sleepless nights.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any cutoff time. It could happen at any hour of the night. That shameless plug you just gave about getting that video, getting those whatever, having you had somebody randomly text you about those videos on the wrong day at the wrong time.
Yep.
And you like, I was about to go do this. I was in the midst of living my life, and then you was reminded that you was an entrepreneur and somebody needed you to stop what you was doing for something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, when you have to do that and you have to go through the motions of getting to that point that you have people seeking you out for your whatever your business is, all of that beginning moments is delusional.
Yeah.
To be almost on the verge of being homeless, to go hungry, to be up all day, all night, just steady, just tunnel vision. Tunnel vision requires some level of delusion.
Yeah.
And that's what entrepreneurship is.
Well, I'm Delulu because I'm tired. God, I thank you for the job that you have blessed me with, the career that you blessed me with. But Lord, allow this Healed and Heard show
To flourish.
To flourish.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Because when we take off, we up to the moon. And
Oh, and also
go ahead.
the friend you call, because that'll be my podcast to be called The Friend You Call.
The Friend You Call.
As I am a friend of the Healed and Heard, the friend you
the
call.
friend you call when you listen.
You see that?
I like that. The friend you call. I'm gonna make a what you call that, a song for your theme song.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you
Cause
to
I'm
that.
about to make a theme song for this one right here. I'm gonna be singing all the shoe, baby, baby. I'm gonna do something like that. The shoot up and the shoot up. I'm gonna do something for you. I got
I
you.
appreciate that.
I got you since you looking out for me. But yeah. But what other questions do you have? I want to make sure that I can get through
So I think
those.
on that one topic, that was all
All of the
of the
questions. Yep.
questions. And we gave that advice.
Mm-hmm.
But that one that we talked about
What's
earlier,
that?
it fits right in here that says, why do men not value C or one? The woman who wants them, who puts into them, who's loyal to them. They always seem to want that Jezebel energy y'all talking about. That circle thrower who
Yeah.
throw it in a circle for you
Uh-huh.
and him
Yeah.
and her
Mm-hmm.
and him and her, maybe. Or him, and him.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't
That'll
know nothing
give it to
about them.
you, your daddy, and all five of your
Yeah.
brothers.
I don't
Why
know nothing
y'all
about
like her?
them. I don't know about the him is a hymns, but I know about him into her. I know about that. I can speak on that one.
Okay.
Okay. I'll say this. It's a couple different things, but I would say the main thing is that he's not ready for that woman. It goes back to that.
Just not being ready.
Not being ready because we know when we got a good woman, right? We know when we see a good woman, but our desires, we haven't learned how to control them. And to be honest with you, our nature is not predicated on just one woman. That's not our nature. It's like when a woman get a good man, y'all tunnel vision
Right.
on that man. We can have a good woman getting everything, but that thing look good over there. And let me tell you, it looked good. And all I just want, let me just touch it. That's all I want to do. Just let me touch it, baby.
So I would call
Yeah, go
that
ahead.
propaganda. I would call it propaganda because I think you've been pre-trained to believe that you want that thing. Because men are too disciplined in other areas not to have control over your body.
No, let me tell you. Let me tell
You
you,
can't go become a billionaire because every millionaire, billionaire, their downfall has always been chasing that thing.
Okay, so if that's the case, they don't made it to the top of
They
society.
have no discipline.
So again, the discipline is something within us that it's at nature to do. But the discipline is we have to control what's in us.
Right.
So if we have to control something that's within us, if all of these men is having these problems, obviously it's something
propaganda.
That is not propaganda.
It is. Y'all been trained by y'all uncles, y'all aunts, y'all mama who told y'all to chase skirts, don't love no girl because she want to be the most important woman in your life.
Most men was not raised that way. Most men,
50% of y'all were.
No. A lot of we are raised to do for women. Most men are raised to treat a woman, give to a woman, love a woman, put the woman
but not
first.
Be loyal.
No, it is that as well too. It's that as well.
See, I'm from Louisiana, and so I can remember growing up. They said as long as the man did all the things he was supposed to do, then what he did on his own time probably shouldn't be a conversation because you don't want that woman to get all the stuff he do for you, and then it's gonna be her. So if I was raised to think that I was doing myself a disservice by thinking loyalty mattered, right? As long as I had everything that people deemed acceptable. Because you said men are trained to provide. So if he provides you all of this stuff, it don't matter if he chasing a skirt or two on his off time because he come back inside, he do those things. And I think that's propaganda. I think that's toxic patterns of behavior that we're trained to believe, and it follows us. And I think for men it's the same way. Because if a man is trained to believe that all he have to do is provide it, he don't have to be emotionally sound, be emotionally available, or be loyal, then
So let me ask you this question, right? A lot of pastors that's raised in the church, raised to be the way that you say, fall to temptations. They know the word from like the back of their hand, but that temptation is so strong. Why is it that in other countries it is acceptable for a man to have more than one woman? Other countries have that.
If he can support them.
There you go. So if I can support you, why can't have more of you?
Because most of the time y'all can't support them.
It's the Western world society aspect. Let me tell you another thing on what you just said, because we can't.
Well, no, and religion.
Most.
So most of those countries you're talking about are religious-based countries. So these men are honoring religion by taking on more than one wife for the church to procreate, provide, and be stable, be a pillar in this little mini society that they create.
Okay.
The Western world don't teach y'all that. Y'all just want the woman. Y'all don't want the responsibility of the woman.
So we're gonna go to genetics and science.
Okay.
Let's ask that question, right? If it's more women than it is men, and if we go off what you all say that we only supposed to be with one woman for the rest of our life, right? It's like a million or so more women. If we decided to do that, those women that's extra would never have a man. Does that sound right?
That sound right. So, okay. So, are you okay in your philosophy saying that if you get to go and have your side woman, can your woman, the one you really want, can she go have her? Exactly.
You want me to tell you
that's
why?
my problem. No,
let me tell you.
that don't work.
Let me tell you
Because
why.
if you have an extra need, then why she can't have an extra
So
need?
let me show you. You see how you just asked me a question about why we don't want the women that want us. A lot of us do. We just not at that place. But when we get that woman, y'all don't put us through the ringer to get to you. And now you want to go out here and let Jim, James, Paul, and Tyrone get up in that thing, and they ain't got to put up with what you put me through, and they ain't got to pay, because I don't been the fool that all I did was, hey, baby girl, I called her. I ain't got to take on no date. I ain't got to pay no money. I ain't got to listen to her problems. I come over there. I drop it off.
Then she throw that thing in a circle.
Throw it in a circle.
And
then and I'm gone. But then she called another dude to take on a date. Call another dude to buy her this. I know the game. I seen it. And I tell you, it's ruthless out here.
I agree.
So what I'm saying is, in the aspect of a woman that has morals and values where she doesn't want to mess with multiple men, if you decide to go out there and mess with another man, you going against your morals and values. Now, our morals and values was built because y'all told us that we supposed to have them that way. But if it was not a problem, most men would have more than one woman in the Western world. They would love that poly.
Spirits are just as dangerous, right? So if a man, right, if all the biology, we'll let y'all have that. But what about the danger of now you're just out here collecting spirits? So now you're wondering why your life can't go right, why your money ain't right, because all of them attachments to you, every time you attach yourself to somebody, you take something from yourself that you need, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, a man can have as many women as he desire or that he think he want, but is it worth it on the other end?
I get you. I'm with you. And that's why I changed my ways, because I do believe in soul ties. But I'll also say this is me and T talked about it. When a woman has a multiple men that goes in her body, she do take on those men, especially if he's dumping in the woman, if he's letting loose up in her, she takes on that. I can speak from when I was in high school. I had a young lady that I was talking to. This is another situation where I'm like, you can't trust them. I'm just speaking of how I felt. With the young lady, I thought that I was the only one. She got pregnant.
Oh.
And her family went in on me. Oh, you paying child support and you gonna take care of this baby? I'm like, I ain't even said I wasn't gonna do nothing. Y'all ain't even gave me time.
You ain't even asked.
Going in on me just for months, went in on me. But she never tripped. She never tripped on me.
Because she knew.
She knew. Now let me tell you what the crazy part. When she had the little boy, he looked just like me. Big head like mine and everything. So I just knew this was my son. Took that test, came out, he wasn't even mine. Jerry Springer.
Oh.
Maury Povich, whatever his name.
You are not the father.
You are not the father. And I came over there proud, chest poked out and everything. What this says, I ain't the father. You talking all that mess to me. I ain't the daddy. but she never tripped on me because she knew. Right? So if that's why it's a lot of men, like it's a statistic, 40% of DNA tests that's taken, that first man that the DNA test is taken by is not the father. Now that's not every child. That's just the tests that are taken. 40% of them, the first man that is the tested is not the father.
That's crazy.
Now think about how we may be out here wanting the circle, but the circle being thrown. It's being thrown. It's clearly being thrown.
And that's terrible.
And so it's like, and we'll circle it around and bring it here. At some point, we both have to heal from our past, heal from our, situations of life and what we've learned from our parents and grandparents. And we have to do better, because at the end of the day,
your body is your currency.
There you go. And I'll tell you, when the woman is good, that currency, girl, you can have whatever you like. See, I said it best.
He did.
Yes, stacks on deck. Patron is on that ice. Yes, it is. So all I'm just saying is we have to start doing better as a people. I like to make jokes. I like to have fun, but I also like to speak some truth. And here on the Healed and Heard show, it's not just about having fun. It's also about talking about the problems and figuring out how we can solve the problems that we're having. Most of us are not looking for a solution because we love the problem. We love the drama. But I'm not going to continue to do that. I'm going to give you the real. I'm going to give you the funny, but I'm always going to end it on the real. And this is not the last show that I'm going to have with her, because you see, we vibing together. But I just want y'all to know we love you. We want you to do better. Fellas, get it together. Learn how to control that thing. When you control that thing, you gain back that power from yourself that you don't even realize that you got, because you lost it chasing it. Stop chasing. Chase your dreams. Chase your peace. Because I tell you, as I said before, I had a whole head full of waves, but chasing that cat fell all the way out. Shine just everywhere. And you don't have to be like that. So I'm just telling you, learn how to love yourself. Learn to put your peace before that. You know what I'm about to say. Put your peace before that thing. And learn how to love yourself in a different way. And women, the same way for you as well. But I like to end it with men, because we don't have a lot of men talking to men about getting their stuff together. And I'ma always tell you, men, we great. Some of us are some great men. But you also got to get it together, because we falling short in a lot of areas. We love you. And it's another show at the Healed and Heard show, baby. Peace. Is your boy, Willie J. And who are you?
Cam.
Cam. We out. Peace.
Bye. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.